Says I'm live. We have a few people already signed in. Thanks for joining me. Duggar One's here. Fedora Giant, Carlos Bello, Stuart Campbell, Shaken Not Stirred, Tuxedo Manor, Gecko Dragon, and I'm sure many more will join. We'll just see how it rolls out. My buddy Jeff is here. Thanks for joining. Tony's here. Bean Boy's here checking in. Kevin checking in from sunny South Florida. Oh, man. You guys would never, like every Monday, like my wife bugs me. She's like, "You got to go do your live." And I'm like, do I though? I don't know if I want to. But here I am. I'm doing them. Tennessee Mike's here. Joe Smoke's here. Ed's here. John Page checking in from California Bay Area. Steve's here. Larry C's checking in. Thanks for joining. Tim is here. I got a couple of Tim's watches out on the table. I need to finish up one last video with those and get those back to him. See, Shinobi's here. Thanks for joining. Finally got my allergies kind of under control for the most part. Allergies like spiked up really bad for me. So that was rough. And as you can kind of see, and I'll show it again later in the stream, but the backdrop is different. You guys probably haven't seen this. I know I haven't posted the video. I made a video on it, but I haven't posted that. And I haven't posted any produced videos with the new background. So you can clearly see we have poker chips and challenge coins, as well as patches. We have a patch panel. We have a cork board so we can do those enamel pins, as well as some overflow on some other stuff. And then we have a sticker board over there for stickers. So going to mix it up a little bit. Instead of the postcards, we're going to do pins, stickers, coins, and stuff like that. I'm going to ask the viewer, the viewers of the channel, if they want to share a sticker or enamel pin or a challenge coin or a patch. I'm going to get some patches made, I think. So I don't know if there's like a rule on patches and stuff like that. So I'm going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to do, I'll trade. Like if you look at even the I think I can aim this up a little bit. Yeah. So like I some of these coins I have because I've given a coin and then they gave me a coin. So I did not throw away the postcards. I have them all archived. I'm gonna get a like a binder book type thing or whatever, and I'm gonna put those all in there. Oh yeah, 100%. And this will probably grow too. Some of the stickers are going to overlap. That's no big deal. Patches, I'll probably add another patch panel. Patches are pretty common. And then challenge coins, I'm not sure how common challenge coins are. So like it depends on how, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't figured out a solid way to display the challenge coins. I got to figure that out. Obviously, right now I have like a lot of my poker chips, so those can go, and then challenge coins can replace those. So the limited Hamilton from yesterday. What do you do? I don't know if I already did or if I that. So that video you watched, all of those watches are gone. So I'm not. Was that the Frog Man? I don't know which one it was that you were looking at, but yeah, I may have not done a video on it and it's gone too. Yeah, I know they're common in like Leo, so like law enforcement and military and a lot of government agencies as well. Challenge coins are a thing. So I have some random ones from different organizations like that. But I was part of the reason why I was pushing the challenge coins was because I was trying to get other watch, get it more involved in the watch game. So like different brands and stuff like that. And so far, none of them have really taken off, but we'll see how it goes. My buddy Jeffrey Archibald is here. Thanks for joining. I dropped off. I did a sale in the Random Rob Buyers Club Discord. We did the drop and then I did the drawing and it went really smooth. One of the smoothest ones I've had actually. And shipped them all off. I dropped them all off, and so everyone's gonna probably get their stuff via UPS over this week. Sometimes I know UPS can drag a little bit, so 2 to 5 days depending on where you're at. Yeah, Dane, do a Celine Driver challenge coin. I'm gonna probably do another one soon. Dave is checking in from Alaska. Watch, play. Okay, so he's still working. What is the burgundy watch with the bracelet next to the goldish G-Shock? That is a new Citizen. Um, I got it in from Trifecta, so I'll be doing a video on that soon. Floridian's checking in from Cleveland. You never know where Floridian's going to be, but it's almost never Florida. How close am I to doing? So I have another one picked, Tim, and I post up pictures in the Buyers Club. I still haven't you know checked the watches and everything like that, and did the time grapher check on them and stuff like that. So and price them. So I need to do that. So there's another 31 or 32 watches in that one, and then I still have a bunch of Invicta. So I'm not sure what to do with those. I mean, obviously, I'm going to sell them. So we'll figure it out. And then I have some like miscellaneous stuff, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I wore this one a little bit. It's a Blue Angels, and I put on a Zurich leather strap. Like, I'm kind of digging it. So some of these I might just buy and hold on to them. So we'll see. Even that Shogun that's on the table, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that too. So I like that titanium. All right, so let's see. Biddlesworth, how do we get in the Buyers Club? Go back and look at one of my drop videos. I can't really post it up in here very well, unless Tennessee Mike can figure it out. But there's a link to the Buyers Club. And you can just jump in. And yes, I have off to the far left is the RZE Vario that Fedora Gent and Will Carey sent over. Looks like Travis, Trap Vision 3D is here. Thanks for joining. YZ80 is here. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you're healing up well, Mr. Chris. Feeling good. I haven't heard any complaints out of you, so I'm assuming you're good. Yeah, Tony, I almost need to do something like that with the Invictas because they're just the price points are going to be lower on them. So they're great watches. They're all like brand new in the box. And there's a lot of the like kind of the sub homage one, and then the 1953s, and then there's some other pretty cool ones too. Full titanium ones. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Floridian says might be picking up a territory in LA and San Diego soon. So opportunity to meet some Discord members. Man, you should be winding down. You're winding up, man. You're traveling even more. My good friend Leslie's checking in from Maryland. Thanks for joining. Oh, Tim, trust me. There was a few that I struggled with, and they're not even ones that you would suspect. They're just really off the wall ones. But depending how old you are or how much of a movie connoisseur you are, you ever heard of a movie? Well, there's the old one, then there's the reproduced one with Richard Pryor called Brewster's Millions. I almost had like the same type of effect that Brewster's Millions had from that movie. If you know the reference, it's like I had so many watches that I was like disgusted. I didn't even want to deal with a watch, and I always kind of borderline flirt with that, even with just my regular show. But then when you dump over 600, like 660 watches in my presence, and I got to work on them and everything, to get them sold and everything, I didn't want any of them. My rich friend Todd is here. Thanks for joining. Tim, Kansas City Eagles here. He's watching while sizing the bracelet on his 1977 Pulsar. I seen you had post that up in the Discord. That's a pretty cool pickup. Oh yeah, Richard Pryor is the goat, 100%. I could watch Brewster's Millions over and over. I love that movie. Jared's here. Happy Monday. None of the above. That's right. Vote. You want me to vote for you? No, vote. That's how I treat my channel. I don't ask people to subscribe. I don't ask them to unsubscribe. It's just like subscribe or don't subscribe. I don't care. I'm pretty close to 100,000, so I probably should start asking people to subscribe. Did you ever get the RZ Vario collab watch that Fedora I did. It's right here. Boom. I know the camera doesn't focus super good, but it's a little small for my liking, but it's still pretty cool. I mix that a little strong. Um, yeah, the color. I think they call it medallion or something like that. It's kind of like RZE's corporate color if they had one. I That's basically it. It's that orange, which I don't have one of their pens right here. But even like I have some of their pens and some of the other stuff, and I like that orange. It's not just a straight orange. It's yeah, like a Fanta orange or something. It's a good color. I really like it. Tom, the watch fanatic, says Rob. Hello, Rob. How's it going? It's going pretty well. Trying to get a little healthier. I've been walking, I don't know, whatever, 12,000 steps a day. But like the main part is like my wife and I, we go for like a 3 mile walk every day. That's part of our routine. Eating less, eating better, eating. So, and actually, part of it was Travis actually kind of inspired me. Travis has been a beast with getting in shape and getting toned up and just in better shape. So, see, Rob, are you done with the events this year? Or are you going commando through the rest of? So, I was going to Travis. I was going to hit up. I had toyed with the idea of going to Wind Up New York, but I decided to do my own thing because I hadn't done my own thing in a while. What I mean is, and I don't want to broadcast this too much because it's only relevant to the people that are in my Discord. It's not an open invite to everybody. So I'm having a meetup with Discord members, and it's like right around the time of the New York Wind Up show. So that's happening for sure, and that's turning out to be a pretty good setup. And then yeah, Dane, I'll be coming down to Florida soon. I'm working on a trip. It's actually my wife and I are going to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary at the beginning of 2026. So planning on a nice trip down to Florida. So pretty excited about that. And Skylar said, or where did I see it? Skylar said, "What are we getting into tonight?" I don't know what you're. Are you referencing the drink? I'm sipping on. I'm mixed. It's uh, it's a single barrel Four Roses, but the weirdest thing, man, I mixed it with this A&W ice cream sundae. Um, I don't know. I like it. Tastes pretty good. I don't know when hurricane season is. Yeah, Fedora. That's what I was just talking about. I just didn't want to like go into details about it. I don't know. I I don't know if it's delicious. It's good. It works. It works for me, but I think it might be a bit of an acquired taste for some people. Delicious to me is more, and really haven't been drinking much at all. So like even when I went over to Wisconsin was it last weekend, Labor Day weekend? I think I had like two drinks. I think I had one. I gotta stop getting old fashions in Wisconsin. As good and as appetizing as the ingredients sound, they always put like cubed ice. Like that's not how you do an old fashioned. I almost want to be like, I'll just make it myself. And then I had like a little bit of like a fruity drink, more of a tropical type drink. That was delicious. So yeah, I think the A&W Jack Mason actually sold out, and you can see off to the left on the camera there. I still have the Dr. Pepper real sugar colorway. I think there's some of those left. So Dane says technically hurricane season ends toward the end of November, but after October. Oh, okay, it's fine. It'll be like early 2026, like February, March. Yeah, oh, here's so in case anybody that doesn't know, my rich friend Todd's actually a professional mixologist. Cubed ice. look like loose ice and not whiskey ice. Yeah. Um, well, and also I'm pretty sure Wisconsin's known for doing their old fashions like even more weird. Um, but the one thing I've learned, if I'm gonna have a drink in Wisconsin, maybe just get a beer because their old fashions. I don't like even if I make an old fashioned, sometimes I'll make it with no ice. Like I don't even if I'm gonna drink uh, bourbon, I either mix it with a little bit of soda or I just do it neat. So Skylar said he pulled back on drinking a little bit. I was getting lethargic. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. It doesn't help with any of that. Travis says we need to hit up a cruise at some point. I've been looking at cruises. My wife and I have never done a cruise, so we do kind of have an open tab in the main Discord about potentially having a random Rob cruise, but I just haven't solidified that. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I think at some point I will probably do a cruise. It'll be Caribbean, I'm sure, or whatever, but yeah, you guys are talking about the smoked old fashions. I'm not a fan of those either. Yeah, exactly, James. Old fashioned on the rocks. Yeah, that's terrible. Don't do Carnival cruise. The food sucks. Hmm. Yeah, I was looking at Royal Caribbean, and then what's the other one? I forget. Trying to read some comments, guys. Yeah, the correct cherry, and then you can get creative with like the bitters. You can get creative with a few of the other things. But again, with old fashions, like use the right cherry, just use a good bitters, use a good bourbon, use a solid block of ice. Stop trying to overcomplicate things. It's not that difficult. You guys are screwing it up. Princess, yeah, and Caribbean or the Norwegian or whatever it is. Anyway, let's talk watches. What do you want? Where are we at here? 17 minutes in. I want to share some stuff about watches with you guys. So I'm gonna do. Let me go back to this screen, and then I'm gonna go share screen, and we're gonna share some things. First off, what's the case size on the Red Citizen? Let me check. It's a little bit smaller. I do know that. Maybe just under 40, Todd. But because it's so busy and everything like that, I feel like it's too small. I think for my liking, that would need to be like 41 and a half to 42 for that to work for me personally. I think it's a great looking watch and it's going to be really good for a lot of people. What is the watch on the teal strap? That is the Christopher Ward. Um, I forget what they call these. It's got like the ceramic middle part. I think I did the video on them. Okay, let's talk about some other stuff real quick. So currently, I'm sharing on the screen the GoFundMe for RT Custer. Now, RT is one of the owners of Vortic and Colorado Watch Company. So after this video loads, I'll put a link to the GoFundMe down below if you want to support it. I've never really done I think I've done a couple of GoFundMe's. I haven't contributed to this one yet, but I'll tell you another way I contributed. So, and I've known RT for years now. Awesome dude. And I hung out with him. He flew me out to. I flew into Denver, rented a car. Actually, met up with another watch buddy and hung out in Fort Collins and met up with RT and went to Vortex / Colorado Watch Company and did that video. I had a great time. I think it's a great company and good people. Even the other employees and everything. Everybody there is good. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. Anyway, short story of what RT is going through. I mean, you can see his picture. Like he's actually like kind of looks like Captain America. He's actually like really good shape. He's very healthy. He weirdly had a stroke, and he's on the recovery phase of it. So like he's having to learn how to do things over again and stuff like that. But meanwhile, he can't really fully run with the tenacity that he had been the companies. So his uh, partner right there is stepped up, and she's kind of running the show until he can fully recover. But that's the short on that. Mark at Long Island Watch actually did a really good video, kind of sharing this too. So if you guys are interested in supporting one of the kind of a big deal in the watch community, if you think about it, Vortic Watch in RT in detail, RT had a fight with Hamilton, which is Swatch Group, and won against them in the courts. So it's like a David versus Goliath type thing. So anyway, also on that same front, there has been organized an eBay auction that is going to be a charitable donation to RT's family, and it's a Colorado watch company, GCT. Now, this is watch they actually make. Um, I think it's roughly 85, maybe a little over 85% of the components on this are actually USA made, and most of them are actually made right in Fort Collins, Colorado. I've seen it, I've showed it on video. It's legit, they're pretty awesome. And this just got listed today. I was the first bid at 1,000. Somebody already outbid me. It is 1,025. So, but it's got 6 days left. It's gonna go higher. These new are just under $2,000. So, and there's only like a couple left, I think. So, um, I think it's a good cause, and you could potentially get a good deal on this watch. So, if you're interested in picking up one of these, this would be the way to get it. Hmm. I got to read what Tim wrote. That stuff is crazy. The VP of marketing where I work seemed like a super fit guy, big cyclist, but had a massive heart attack and died on a trail out of nowhere. It's cliche, but every day is a gift. 100%, man. We're never know when it's going to happen. God only gives us so many beats, and when you use them up, time's up. Speaking of Colorado Watch Company, I wasn't going to say anything, but I actually bought one. So I bought one of these. Same one that's on auction. Um, I don't know how. Oh, there's only two left. So when I bought mine, there was three left. Now there's only two left. So if you want to forego the auction and not wait the 6 days, there's only two of these left. And I don't know how long it's going to be before they remake these, because I suspect they're going to like put more of their efforts towards the Vortex side. I could be wrong. But I want to go back. I'll also put a link to my video where I did the review and explained when I was out in Fort Collins this watch, because there's something special about this watch. It is pretty crazy. Like one of the draws, well, there's a lot of things that draw me to it. And it's not perfect. It's maybe is there one for sale on Discord? I don't know if there's one for sale on Discord or not. I'll have to check that out. The dial itself is actually made out of aluminum, and they did that step. They made all that. And then these four little marks right here, those are four screws. That is the construction of this thing is crazy. Like it all bolts together. They make the dial, the hands, the case back, the rotor. They make some of the screws. They actually made, it's hard to see, but like this whole crown stem and the crown stem tube and everything is super engineered. Now RT has engineering. He is an engineer, so that's stuff that he kind of geeks out about. Actually, there's the dial. That's what the dial looks like. So just imagine, like, I don't know if you've ever taken apart a watch or did a mod, but typically dials on like regular Seikos or even this Doxa or something like that, it's just a thin piece of like I guess brass, I think is what most of them are or something. And then they're like painted or coated or stamped or whatever. But it's just a thin piece. This is like a chunk of aluminum that's milled out. Like this watch is insane. Yeah, like everything, like all of that little knurling on there, and that whatever that shape is on the top of the crown. They made that, and those are tiny, tiny parts. So definitely a cool watch. Check it out. Whether you want to buy one of the last two. Also, you might see a pattern here. What I'm going to talk about today. Um, I'm all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden necessarily, but like I'm definitely more focused on investing in brands that are making as much as they can in the US. So that's my current passion. That's why it was a no-brainer for me to pick up this Colorado Watch Company watch. A, I like it. B, um, I'm pushing to help fund this movement of getting more of these watches made in the USA, and I'm also supporting uh, Vortec and Colorado Watch Company in a roundabout way, helping out RT as well. So most of them are sold out. This one was not, so it kind of made my decision easy. And I think the rest of them are sold out. This one they have like two left, so that made my choice pretty easy on that one. Another watch from a different brand. This brand's out in Arizona, and they are doing some awesome stuff. I was able to see one of these. A guy was wearing, I think, an earlier generation of this one that you see on screen. I think it was bigger. This one's a little bit smaller. It's all grade 5 titanium. And this guy mills all this stuff out. He makes the hands, the dials, the bezels, the bezel click on this thing is the best bezel click you've ever handled. He makes a full bracelet and everything. Now these watches are expensive. You're gonna notice. So my point is, this was a pre-order. This Hyperlight GP. Now this is a quartz, and it's a fixed lug design. But I put my money down on that. These are a little bit more affordable. You can see at $1,200 price point. When I say a little more affordable, let me scroll down and you'll see what I mean. So if you want to configure one of these guys, you're looking close to $5,000. It's a lot of money, and I really could see myself ending up with one of these. But I don't know about you, $5,000 is a lot of money. So that's a lot of money for me. I can do it. I definitely can do it. But yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. Really like what this brand is doing. So I was excited when they released this one for 1,200. I'm like, I can do 1,200. 1,200 is doable. So I'm excited about this one. I don't know when it's. I don't know when it's gonna. I don't know if it gives a timeline. Grade 5 titanium, sapphire crystals, 4 millimeter thick, which is awesome. You can do left or right hand crown. I'm pretty sure I did destro. Shock resistant, blah blah blah. 22 millimeter lug openings. That's cool. Blasted titanium or matte black DLC. I did the blasted titanium. Second hand color white, orange, fluorescent lime yellow. I'm pretty sure I would have done orange. 43 millimeter wide, but keep in mind that's at the far extremes. That's yeah. Also, yeah, like Hannibal says, RGM 5 to 8,000. RGM is definitely doing a lot of USA made components, but I like sport watches, and RGM kind of makes more like traditional type watches. So yeah, I like the measurements on these. This is going to be a killer watch. I don't know when he's going to make these or how fast these are going to happen. I'll configure from, I don't know. It said 1,200, but now it says 1,500. Whatever it costs, it costs. It is what it is. I'm still going to buy it. That's also an option for a lot of people. Not for me. I like new watches, and I like to support the movement for what they're doing. The other company is Weiss Watch, and they're down in Tennessee. I'm low key kind of trying to talk to them a little bit. Obviously, you can set up an appointment for anybody, but I'm a watch YouTuber, so I kind of want to have like special arrangements so I can come in and do a facility tour, talk to Cameron and his wife Whitney or whoever else is there on the team, and get a good insight and share it with the watch wearing community, because his watches or their watches, I shouldn't say they're his, they're not Cameron's. It's like he's employed some people too. Like recently, I think there's like two or three more people there, um, fairly recent. So, and these sell out pretty quick. For example, like this. So there's the 42 and the 38. Those are the two main watch designs he has, and then he has automatic and he has manual wind. Now, traditionally, he was doing mostly manual wind, but um, he's been doing some automatics too because even I would rather have an automatic than a manual wind. I want to be able to just put it on and it just winds. So Biddlesworth lives just up the road from Weiss. Well, if I come down there and visit, we're gonna have to hang out, brother. But these are all like around that $3,000 mark. Now I've been heavily looking at this one because it kind of makes sense for me, right? Other than the $2,700 price point. The 38 millimeter doesn't necessarily scare me away with these because the way the case design is, it's kind of flat. So you can kind of see there how the case is shaped and everything. It's gonna wear. I don't think he has a wrist shot, does he? This thing's really thin too, and it has a Swiss-made manual line movement. I think they do some of the manufacturing on it, yeah, you can see there. It's kind of like a flat case. It's really thin. I think this is going to work pretty good. Yeah, I don't, James. I don't. I'm not 100% sure, and there is some. I don't want to say it's not transparent, but they're like we're not 100% sure what's going on. But I think he might make that one bridge, or he just does the laser engraving on it, or he assembles them. I don't know. Yeah, I see. I had noticed, John. I actually did a search in the Discord for Weiss just because I wanted to see, and yours was one of the ones that came up. Yeah, this movement is actually the three. What do they call it? The 510 or 310? I don't know if he writes it down in here. Does he go into? So he's only doing 20 of these, and I think there's only like two or three left. So I'm considering purchasing. Okay, so here's the details. Specs. Is it under specs? So movement. They call it the caliber 1005 mechanical movement, 7001 base. I think it might be an ETA or Salida, but it's not like he's making the movement. But I don't know. I kind of dig the watch. I think I could own it. I think I like the orange. And I think a lot of other people are not digging the orange because it didn't sell as quick as some of the other ones. Are we talking 100% manufactured in the US or micro brands? So a little both, a little bit of both. I'm more talking. Let me go back to this. I'm more talking. My personal mission right now is brands that are heavily focused on making as many of the components they can themselves in the US. And that's going to be a range, right? So there's certain things they can do, like the case, the crown, the case back, stuff like that. Maybe the hands, maybe the dials, but there's a lot of other components they cannot do. Now they can assemble some of those other components. And then with the micro brands, yeah, I'm 100%. I've always been supportive of USA and even foreign micro brands for that matter. So, um, Paul's checking in from Dallas. I'm going to be down in Dallas again here soon. I'm going to hang out with Peter from Jack Mason. I'll probably swing by and see the Christopher Ward showroom again, and I'll talk to some other Texas brands down there as well. And Hector's here. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, that's kind of where my mindset is right now. I'm looking at some of those brands that are really trying to do some sport watches in the mostly made in the USA kind of category. That's a tough one to notch out for sure. I mean, and you can see what it does price wise, right? So like you got the Colorado Watch Company, that's $2,000. You got Weiss, basically like 3,000, and then the Seal Instruments you're looking at for like the full on model, not just the one I was looking at, but you're looking at Dane got a kill. Good job. Um, nearly $5,000. And then same thing with RGM, five to $8,000. So it's the more they're going to do in house, the higher that price is going to go. So, oops. Let's see. Gecko Dragon says Texas microbrand Trafford is selling their Crossroads season 1 and 2 watches just this week. I'll have to look at that. I have not talked to Trafford in a little bit. Still trying to I'm just trying to keep up with my normal videos, like all the authorized dealers that I work with, and then some micro brands, and then some other content. It's difficult for me to just keep up with that stuff. Now, I'm actually kind of low right now. Like I got to do the RZ, the Grand Seiko. I got to do some more strap habit. I'm going to bust out those CWCs, and then I have some videos that I need to make for a couple of ADs. But other than that, I don't know. I probably have a little bit of space for some extra content. Yeah, that one, good point. Actually, Nerd with Swag. That one is kind of a special collab with the Snowbirds out of from the Canadian Air Force. So, and just coincidentally, um, if you look behind it, that red maple leaf that's a coin. That's a challenge coin. That's Royal Canadian Royal Mounted Police challenge coin, and it's behind the citizen that is tied to the and then, of course, Dane says the snowbirds will start coming back to my town in about a month. Different snowbird, but also snowbirds, yes. Yeah, they are busy. Like I like this size more. Big fan of this one. And then there's even more complicated ones than that. I've always liked them. I've worn them, and then yeah, I think it's blue actually, John. It's actually like a dark blue. I don't know if you can see it. See, that camera kind of sucks. Is this one any better? Yeah, it's actually kind of bluish. It's like a dark anodized blue look to it. It's a very cool watch. Nice bracelet too. Yeah. Hey, there's Joe and the Badger. I was just talking about you, Joe. I said I was out visiting RT and Colorado Watch uh, out in Fort Collins, and you and I met up. Long Island John is here. What is this one? Keaton, Myrick, Oregon, and Pelton. So Pelton, is he still around? Because I actually went to his place. Now I didn't video, but I think it's Denny is his name. Pelton. Um, and he actually is known for. Yeah, see, I don't think he's doing it anymore. I watched him do it. He was making his own bracelet, his own cases, everything. But he's known for actually, he's doing. Oh, here we go. Let me share the screen again. Hold on. One moment. So, yeah, here's Pelton. It's been a while, but he's on Instagram, and he was doing some leather goods, some sunglasses. But there's the watch. Now this watch right here to the top, that bracelet, everything, he made all of that. And actually those screws, you can see how they're in different angles on that. Those are legit, like not like you know, they're not faux screws. They're like legit. And he did high-end movements. Now this one was a little more affordable, the Sector Diver one, and that was a really well-made watch. In hindsight, I probably should have bought one of these off him, because he legit. I was able to see it. I went to his place, his outskirts of Detroit. It's not really Detroit, but it was at his dad's main building, and he had this crazy CNC machine, and he milled out all of that. He made all of that. Even this one, he made all the bracelet and everything. It was crazy. But he's known for making um is it right here? He's known for making like these custom microphones. And I don't know. It's not going to be in here. It's going to be somewhere else. But that's so I think he just went back to that. I was over in Chicago while you were here. That's cool. I know you were busy going to see your mom and stuff, so we'll meet up again soon, I'm sure. Delicious. Skylar was right. It is delicious. Yep. So that's Pelton. I forgot about that. Denny is a young man, really knows what the hell he's doing, but I think the watch sales just didn't take off. No new bottles. I haven't even really been looking, John. Honestly, I have. You can kind of see it up there, over there, or wherever. There's a Blanton Gold. I picked up a couple of those. I gave one away to my accountant, and then I have one, and then I got a Frey Ranch up there. I haven't tried yet. Um, but isn't this like drop season? Don't new bottles come out like this time of year? I can't remember. If I'm offered some crazy stuff, I'll pick it up because I can bring it to I don't know, meetups or whatever. Like that Blanton's Gold, maybe I can take it to Dallas with me or something and share it if anybody wants to try it. Because I know some of this stuff like it's hard to get. Like I shipped when I was down in Dallas the last time. Fuzzy actually opened up a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, and I got to try that. So to thank him, we just had a little bit, but to thank him when I got back home, I shipped him a bottle of Blanton's, and I sent a bottle to Brando as well. So did I already look at Kobold? Got here a little bit late. I heard you talking about U.S. brand. Is Kobold made in the USA? I don't think they're made in the USA. Are you telling me these are made in the USA? I don't think these are made in the USA. We made our name of the price point's up there. Maybe they are made in the USA. Are they making these? It's a good looking watch. I think I've handled one of these before. I don't remember them being that expensive. I don't know, man. They're priced like they are making something. Let's see. About. Well, they got the big red barn. They're doing something in there. 1998, Pittsburgh. Kobold had an initial investment of $5,000. Really focused on watches. The first serial U.S. assembled mechanical watch in a generation. So U.S. assembled. Then in 2014, progressed to manufacturing watch cases in-house. So they're making their own cases. So they got the milling machine. So they're doing that too. And that's why their price point's up there. So yeah, they're making probably their case, their bezel, all of that stuff. I have not checked these out. I freaking love Pennsylvania. I would love to go over there and visit their facility. I'll have to reach out to them. And honestly, their watches look really nice. I'm digging those. Plus, we have some destro options. Yeah, I don't need the GMT. I do like the simplicity of this one with the California dial. I would rock that for sure. These are a little more simple. And the Spirit, there's no seconds hand on that one, so that's kind of a deal breaker for me. But I do like this one, the California dial, and I do like this guy. It's only 41 millimeter, which is kind of nice. It's DLC coated black or tan coating optional, so you can get a different color. And it has an ETA 2892. Pretty good looking watch. And I like the size, and I like the offset crown. Stainless steel, alternately brushed, polished. Damn DLC. And then look at it too. It says Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right on the dial. So are they making the dials too? I might have to reach out to these guys. I might have to try to do a site visit or something. See, who did I miss here? Jonathan joined us from Vegas. The earlier Kobold ones are I think I've seen an earlier Kobold one, but with the earlier ones, they probably weren't making their own cases. So I personally would rather have a case that they're making. But what do I know? Just a silly new obsession. Oops. What about Prevail watches? I think is made in the USA as well, and sports veterans. Let me look that one up. I got way too many tabs open. I just said my allergies are doing better, and then I start sniffling. Yeah. Okay, yeah, these definitely look like they're made in the USA. Made in the USA watches just kind of have like a look or a vibe to them. They're a little more crude. No offense to the USA makers, but they're not making watches the same way. Like they're you look at these and you're just like, okay, these angles are wild. So like even Phil from Visitor Watch Company, I think he's trying to make his own cases and stuff now too. So let's go to About Us first. Military base in Tampa Bay area. I would definitely go visit them. I'm gonna go down there anyway. Doesn't give me a ton of information. There's no way they're making these cases at that price. So these are definitely sourced watches. But it is a US brand and it is a veteran brand. So still really cool. But at that price point, yeah, they're not making those. So the size works 42, 11 mil thick, 47. I wouldn't mind picking up one of these. That's kind of a fun looking watch. I might pick up that green one. That looks pretty cool. Ah, we'll get you. I'll post the Biddlesworth. I'll post a current link to the Buyers Club in once this video posts. Trap says he. Well, you were just at that Philly watch show, right? So you was checking that out. Never seen before. Verdure was. Let me look that up. I have way too many tabs open now. Verdure. I swear, like the more I learn, the less I know. I swear. Yeah, definitely not my vibe. Is this what you were looking at, Travis? You're getting bougie on me? This is bougie stuff, bro. I don't even know. Yeah, this is not my style. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and click off on that one. And we'll go over here. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm looking at there. I gotta close that tab before it hurts my eyes. Do not use the word boozy or whatever its spelling is. Well, I'm starting to feel a little boozy after drinking this. It has two meanings. I think it's bougie, but whatever. I can use whatever word I want to brutalize, Dane. Next thing you know, you're hanging out at Starbucks sucking down PSLs. I don't even know what that is. I did have a Starbucks not that long ago, Saturday, and huge disappointment. It was terrible. I thought it was gross. So probably one of the last times I'll go there. I think regular coffee shops are going to be a way better product for sure, but it was fast. It was fast, and it was, you know, more or less to keep the wife happy. Yeah, you have daughters, exactly. No, let's not try figuring out words and stuff. Words are hard. We'll just keep it at the third grade level, guys. You get too many syllables. If I got to buy a vowel, yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. All right, did we look at everything? No one's bidding on that Colorado watch, so I might get that thing. Weiss watch, I can't afford that yet. By the time I can afford it, they're going to be sold out of that orange one, but that's fine. I'll just get a different colorway. Okay. I gotta read James here because James kind of a coffee connoisseur. He says, I only go to Starbucks to use a credit from gift cards and to use their restroom or Wi-Fi. I think that's probably 90% of their customer base, James. Uh, I don't know why I think that, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, but I'm not 100% sure that I think they're pretty cool looking watches, Chrono, but let's go take a look. Our story. Da-da-da-da. I'm thinking these are all getting made somewhere else. I mean, if he was making it, it would be blasted like. Yeah, at those price points, there's no way. He might be doing some U.S. assembly, but at those price points, those are sourced cases and everything, which is fine. He's still a U.S. brand. Starbucks is to me is like a scam. Coffee not good, way too expensive. Trap next year if you come back to Philly, we'll bring you to a real cheesesteak. I still haven't even done that. I don't think I've actually been to Philly. I did see that. So, and I talked to uh, Pearson a while ago, and they were looking at. I'm surprised they did Virginia because I thought they were looking for DC, but for some reason Virginia must have been a better fit. And I can't imagine they're going to do one in Virginia and one in DC. So, um, I guess Virginia it is. I think they're looking at maybe a couple other locations as well. Travis, man, you're all over the place. Very unique because their watch is made for women by Wyndham. Yeah, I think I've checked out that brand. You know, the one brand my wife actually connected with and she purchased a watch was this company called Briston. She's got the watch, but she really likes the watch. She connected with that one more so than the other brand. Ah, that makes sense. Thanks, Billy. So the Virginia location is in Falls Church, a few miles from DC. It's inside the Beltway. So it is basically DC. Oh yeah, Travis has got the info. He's got info and he's not sharing it. He's keeping it in the vault. There's another micro brand coming to the States, but I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm not even gonna guess. I'm out of the loop. Travis goes to talks to so many more people now and goes on these cruises and networks and stuff like that. I'm not I'm not doing that stuff anymore. Jesus, that's a huge. What are you gonna 2 foot 2 pound cheesesteak? That is ridiculous. I mean, I'd kind of like to see someone eat it, but dang, I watch. Man, I watch so many weird YouTube channels. One of them is called Beard Meets Food, and he's like this. He's from England somewhere. He's not super tall. He's like super buff, super. He's not very heavy, and he crushes these food challenges. Uh, just kind of fun to watch. Like it's almost like an athletic event. You know what I mean? Like you got to train for that stuff to like be able to eat like that. Here I am, like overweight. You would think that I could crush, a 2 pound cheesesteak, but I can't. I can eat a decent amount of steak though. As long as there's nothing else involved, just steak. I'm getting a countdown on the. I feel like I'm gonna go over the hour now because you guys are stressing me out with the countdown. Yeah, he doesn't eat like a day or two before, and then usually a day or two after. So, and Dane, you're down 45 pounds. Good job, man. I know the steady walking, better diet, but basically, it's common sense, right? It's the same thing. Travis has been doing it. I'm trying to do it. So there's a heart attack at the end of that cheese stick. Yeah. 10, no, I got a 10-minute warning. That's all right. I'm getting tired anyway. This time of year, man, I sleep more. I sleep way more. Like it's kind of dark when I wake up in the morning. It gets dark so early. Like I'm gonna go back upstairs. It was light when I came down to the studio. I'm gonna go back outside, and it's gonna be like dark. So I still gotta aim my daughter's headlights. I put new headlights in her car, and I still need to, excuse me, aim them a little bit. 5 to 6 hours is all you sleep. Uh, I think I'm I think I'm at like 7. I think I'm at like a 6 or 7 solid now, which it was like 3.5 or 4 before. Like it was nuts. So, but apparently sleeping a little bit more is healthier, I guess. Lack of sleep is killing us. Oh, there's a little bit of loom. I could uh I could probably show a little bit of loom if you guys would like to see. Oh, I started watching. I never really watched the Harry Potter series. I don't want to get on like a huge Harry Potter conversation, but I never really like watched all of them. So like I watched them in order, and I think I'm on number 6 right now. So yeah, there's a little bit of loom there. Actually, I have some loom on. Even if you look, like there's a sticker over there with loom. There's a patch over there with loom. And I know this camera's not focusing, and I probably just screwed it up even worse, but I think it's fine. Where's that? I don't know where my flashlight is. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna shut it off anyway. There. Now it'll probably focus. There we go. Yeah, that's probably not what was gonna kill me anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next vid. Adios.